Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Competitive Battlin. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Steelix. Why Steelix? Because he Mega Evolves, baby. And you thought Mega Aggron was the only guy around with the highest defense stat in the game? Well, you were wrong. Because Mega Steelix came up all up in this house and was like, hey bruh, I matched that defense. So, Steelix, 230 base defense, tied with Mega Aggron. Ridiculous defense stat. And, not only that, but as you can see, he got a bit of a boost to his special defense and quite a nice boost to his attack. So, Mega Steelix is getting bulkier in the defense, he's getting bulkier in special defense, and then he's getting even more offensive with his attack stats. So, you know, I'm sure he could have used some HP. That's always nice, but really, other than that, you couldn't really ask for more, because, I mean, special attack, nobody cares. Speed, nobody cares. He's Steelix, he's stupid slow. He's not going to get a bit faster and be good. So, honestly, as far as stats, he got everything he really needed. Other than he could have used a bit of HP, but honestly, he does fine without it. So, let's go ahead and jump in to the moveset. And first off, I'll just go ahead and tell you the item because I'm sure it's fairly obvious at this point. Steelix, so you can Mega Evolve that baby. So, ability-wise, there's not really any other ability that exists on this list other than Sturdy. Those Rockhead, Sheer Force, they're not even here. Just pretend they're not. Just, they don't exist. Steelix only has one ability, and that is Sturdy. Why Sturdy? Because it protects you from getting a one-hit KO, so it's ridiculous strong. Mega Blaziken tries to hit you up with a Flare Blitz. Sorry, I'm gonna survive, and then you hit him back with an Earthquake, so you're good to go. Rockhead, it just doesn't bring much to the table. It prevents recoil from, like, recoil moves, other than Struggle and Life Orb and Crash damage. So, you know, you'll still take recoil from those things, but, you know, if you were using Rockhead, then you'd be okay. Other than that, there's no reason to run this. And even if you're running Rockhead, there's no reason to run it, because Sturdy exists. And the only thing I have to say if you're running Rockhead really is, make sure your ability's Sturdy, and then switch the Rockhead move to a different move. I mean, that's about it. And then Sheer Force, you know, Sheer Force is, you know, not a bad ability. It just doesn't bring anything to the table for Steelix, so, you know, just forget about it. Sturdy, all day, every day. So let's jump into the stats. Clearly, Mega Steelix doesn't have enough defense, so your first option on the nature is Impish to get even more defense, and then of course after that you're going to want to invest in your defense, and here's where you would only put in 56, and that the reason for that is Mega Steelix is typically run in the UU tier because, yes, he's a monster, but at the same time, he's Steelix and he's sadly just not monster enough, but he's pretty monster. So, what this does, if you run 56, that lets you survive after Mega Evolving, because unfortunately, when you Mega Evolve, you get the ability Sand Force, which, hey, that's not bad, especially, you know, if you're running it on a Sandstorm team. that's certainly good. But the reason you Mega Evolve him most of the time is not for his ability, it's mainly for his stat increase. But if you want to run him on a sand team, then hey, then you're getting even more out of the deal. But yeah, sadly he no longer has Sturdy. So who's the most prominent fire type sweeper in UU tier? That would be Darmanitan. Darmanitan runs Life Orb. Darmanitan runs Flare Blitz. Darmanitan is going to hit you up with that Life Orb boosted Flare Blitz, and that is going to hurt. However, if you run Impish Nature, and if you run 56 points in defense, you're going to survive it, and then you're going to hit back with an Earthquake, and then you can just say sayonara to Darmanitan, because he's out of there. He's gone, so done, kaput. So that would be the reason for that, and then the rest of your EVs, you would, I'm sorry, not max, you'd max HP, and then you throw everything left over into special defense. And that's how that setup would look. However, you have an option if you don't want to particularly worry about Darmanitan, because that is the only really notable thing that this set will protect you against. You can just max your special defense, throw the leftovers in defense, and then I'd recommend changing the nature to careful, wherever that is. There it is, careful. And what that's going to do is it's just going to make you an overall better mixed tank. And you've still got a ridiculous special defense, but it's just going to make you overall a whole lot better in the mixed area. And you can go ahead and see what these totals will look like on here on the Mega, not Naive Nature. I'll go ahead and take a look at it with Impish first. Max that, throw your 56 in there, and max that. As you can see, your defense comes up to a total of 561. Your HP is certainly not bad at a 354. And then your special isn't too bad either at a 276. So you're really not bad at all here. However, we can take a look at what that careful set will look like. Max that and throw that on. And you've still got a ridiculous 497. And it's the same at 354. And then your special defense comes up to 317. So you're a whole lot better in the mixed tanking department there. It just depends on, you know, do you have trouble with, I mean, maxing the defense is going to help with some other things other than Darmanitan, but particularly Darmanitan's the main thing that helps with. So do you have trouble with Darmanitan or not? If not, I'd recommend going with this because it's just overall better in the mix department there. But you know, if you want to build for Darmanitan, then go for it. It's an option. So, now that we've got those options out of the way, moveset time, baby. So, of course, you're gonna want your Earth type. I mean, Ground type, sorry. Ground type stab. And that is gonna be Earthquake, of course, because Earthquake is amazing. So, yeah. Not really much more to say about Earthquake. You get an added benefit in double battles of hitting them both. If not, still has 100 base power, and it doubles in power if they're using Dig, but let's be honest, no one uses Dig. But, you know, still hits ridiculously hard, and as far as your Earth-type physical, Ground-type physical attacks go, it's gonna be your best choice. I don't know why I keep calling it Earth type. I really have no idea. So, of course, you're also gonna want a Steel type stab, and that will be Heavy Slam. Heavy Slam, the heavier you are, compared to your opponent, the stronger it is. Steelix is heavy. He gets heavier when he Mega Evolves, so yeah, there's just no reason not to. Most of the time it's going to be at max power because Steelix is so heavy. You know, when you go up against other equally heavy opponents, it is going to be a lot weaker, but at the same time, most of those heavier Pokemon are going to be Pokemon with types that you're not even going to want to hit them with a Steel type attack. So the other heavier ones would be things like Mega Aggron. You don't want to hit them with a Steel type move. You're best off hitting them with Earthquake, if anything. You're probably best off just switching out, I suppose. Or, of course, switching him out, because as far as your third slot, you got a few choices here. The first option is Roar. Roar, it's great for phasing. You know what's also great in combination with phasing? Stealth Rocks. Steelix is gonna run Stealth Rocks. Just put Stealth Rocks on him. As far as your choices in the last move slot, it's Stealth Rocks. You know, there's other options there, and I'll go over that in just a minute, but none of them are as good as Stealth Rocks. And really, there's only like one other option. So, on the off chance you don't want to run the Roar Stealth Rock combo, then you have options in the form of Dragon Tail, really, which is going to do the same thing as Roar, except it has a bit of damage on it. However, keep in mind, I recommend Roar every day, anytime, anywhere, any place, because Dragon Tail, yes, it has a bit of damage, but it has 90 base accuracy as opposed to Roar's. What has perfect accuracy? Let's just put it that way. Roar will also hit or bypass Substitute. Dragon Tail will not. Dragon Tail, it's just, you know, it doesn't bypass Substitute. It has less accuracy, and it's just overall not as good as an option. There's just no really point in running Dragon Tail over Roar. Oh yeah, and it's a Dragon type move, so it also doesn't hit Fairy types, so there's that as well. So, you know, it's just, you know, not as good. Roar also bypasses Protect, so that's also a thing because it's, you know, Roar. It's just better. But if you want to run Dragon Tail, it's not the end of the world. I thought I'd note it just because you can get a bit more damage, but you're losing out on a lot of things just for that little bit of damage. So keep that in mind. And then your last move here, you can run Toxic, because Toxic is a great option here. It poisons the opponent, cripples them. It's good. And as far as I was mentioning, you have a choice down here. If you don't want to run Stealth Rocks, that would be Toxic. However, come on guys, it's Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks, I mean, it's a good move. So, if you don't want to run Stealth Rocks for whatever reason, Toxic is an option, but I'd say go with Stealth Rocks. And if you really want Toxic, throw it up here, but I'd say your best bet is Roar Stealth Rock combo, because that's a great combo. So, that does it for Mega Steelix set, no matter what set you want to run on the EV spread. That's your move set. So, we're going to take a look at what a non-Mega Steelix will look like. So, clearly, if you're gonna go non-Mega Steelix, you're not gonna be able to run the Mega Stone. So go with Leftovers. It's really your best bet, and then, like I said, Sturdy's the only ability around. On a side note, if you'll notice, Shiny Steelix is gold, so I just wanted to make a note that he looks freaking amazing, especially when he Mega Evolves. I would show you, but it, doesn't show you, so sorry, but basically, Steelix, he grows diamonds out of his back, so solid gold with diamonds growing out of his back. I mean, sure, he's not a Crystal Onyx, but close enough. He's solid gold with diamonds. He certainly earns the term shiny, that's for sure. He earned that. He brings some bling bling to the table, so just keep that in mind. If you're breeding for one, you might want to put in that extra effort for shiny. I certainly would. So, anyways, back to the actual moveset at hand. On this one, you're just gonna go careful and go for the max and not the max there. Max HP and then defense. And you just want to go for that set, the overall mixed variant there, because you're not Mega Evolving, so you're not getting that ridiculous boost, so you're not really going to be able to survive any notable things with investment. So it's just good to go generalize better. And then, as far as the moveset, really, you're going to run Stealth Rocks. You're going to want to run Earthquake and Roar and Heavy Slam, really. It's basically the same moveset, honestly. You still have the option of Toxic if you really want it here. You still have the option of Dragon Tail if for some reason you want a bit of damage. The damage really isn't worth it, but just for some reason that you want it, it's there. And then, if you don't want to run Stealth Rocks, Toxic is still there, but, once again, I highly recommend Stealth Rock Roar combo, and I highly recommend Stealth Rock in general, even if you're not running Roar, because Toxic's a solid option with Stealth Rocks, because, you're still getting, you're racking up the damage, even if you're not phasing them out, but then you're racking up even more in combination with the Toxic, so, just good in general. I really wouldn't recommend replacing Stealth Rocks with Toxic, but it is an option, I'd say. Not your best one, but it is one. So keep that in mind. So, honestly, Steelix doesn't do anything much other than that this generation, but he does it pretty well. He is super bulky, and he can do some serious damage with Earthquake or Heavy Slam. Mainly when he Mega Evolves on the Mega set, because look at that. Look at that. The attack boost. He's got a base 85, which isn't horrible, but it's not good. It's just kind of in the middle there, kind of like, it's not bad. But it's not amazing, so keep in mind, if you want to run a non-Mega variant, of course, it's just going to be a straight downgrade of Mega variant. Some Pokemon, like Sableye, can completely pull off a non-Mega. It's just different. It's not better, it's not worse, it's just different. Steelix, he's just straight downgrade, really. But, if you want to run a different Mega, then that's what you gotta do. You gotta run regular Steelix. So, honestly, that does it for Steelix. He honestly is quite good considering his Mega Evolution. Without his Mega Evolution, he's gonna fall down to NU tier, but hey, if you like NU tier, he will function well within the NU tier. So, that does it for Steelix, guys. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like. If you disliked it, be sure to hit the dislike, so I can get that feedback. Let me know. Want to see when my next videos are coming out? Hit that subscribe button. And as always, guys, I appreciate you guys taking the time to take a look at this video. Thanks for watching, and have a great day, guys.